Hello, hello. Welcome to my coaches and my service-based business owners who are interested in a stress-free launch. Now, I need you to know I'm not crazy. If you want to have a 100% stress-free launch, of course, the answer would be don't launch. However, if you're here, it's because you realize that there are many benefits to being able to connect with your audience, to teach, to, just help them get some kind of transformation, a small transformation with you, maybe for free or for a low cost, before they end up working with you in a bigger way, right? There's so many benefits to that. This is why I'm talking about when it comes to a stress-free launch, reducing that stress by about 80 to 90% with my 3-step system to make that happen. And I will be talking you through that in this mini training. And I wanted to let you know that those steps will be amazing. There'll be some amazing takeaways that you can take away from today. And of course, this is an overview, so details and things like that can only do so much in what I'm attempting to make a 10-minute training. Might be 12 minutes, might be 14. We'll see. There will be amazing gold for you to take away from this that will help you reduce your launch stress. When I'm talking about a launch that is you have your stress reduced by 80 to 90%. What am I talking about? What does that look like? Okay. From my perspective, it's not being constantly worried about who will sign up, who will show up and who will buy. And like every day looking at exactly how many people commented on your posts or who signed up every single day. And I mean, obviously we need to look at those numbers, but not from this way of if nobody signs up on a particular day, then making that mean something about ourselves, making us mean that maybe we need to stop or we need to pull back because our audience is bored or they've heard it before or I'm selling too much. All of these little whispers that can happen, right, during the launch and especially the launch free falls, okay? Maybe like not having your sense of self-worth tied into how things go on a particular day or the entire launch itself. And it's something that feels like easy and fun because we've made it that way, right? It works to your strengths, it's simple and it's easy, and you're able to show up because it's like fun and exciting. Yes, a little bit nerve-wracking, right? There's a little bit of nerves, but it's fun, it's exciting, and your energy attracts people because you're in that passion where like passion and confidence meet together and you're showing up like that. And you're not worried about all of the complications or the technology or who's showing up and all of that kind of stuff, right? Like, yes, you might be keeping an eye on that, but not from this stressed out, everything's tight, everything like your stomach feels like a concrete block. This is what I want to create for people. And if this is vibing for you at all, then please keep watching. Please let me know that this speaks to you on a certain level. I'd love to know that. So I will get into the 3 steps in a moment, but first I just want to talk quickly about why I'm so passionate about this concept. And that is because despite my over 10 years in online marketing and having coached many clients through launches, I've been coaching since 2017, helping people with launches since 2019, and I've done a number of my own launches. I still often have this kind of it's like this push-pull, love-hate relationship when it comes to launching, right? And a big part of that is because my brain and my body are wanting to keep me safe. My brain and my body, my subconscious feels like launching. It's like showing up in a launch feels the same as if I'm standing in front of a tiger that's about to eat me. Not fun vision, but you can imagine when you're in that zone and like everything's tight in your body, the shoulders are down, and it's really hard to fight through that and show up in this way that shows where that passion and confidence meet and really has people going, oh my gosh, yes, I want to work with her. She's amazing. I want what she's having, right? You want to have that when Harry met Sally moment. I'll have what she's had. And in order to show up like that, we need to be calming the nervous system, but also have things set up on the marketing and the strategy side so that we can, show up in this way where we're not stressed out and worried and all of that, and perhaps like on the edge of our seat and and trying to control everything and just all of this stuff that repels people. We want to have things open and attracting people and in this place. This is why I've created the 3-step system. First up, we have our marketing and messaging launch framework, and I'll get into that in a moment. Step 2 is the mindset and bravery and like calming our nervous system through the launch on a daily basis. And step 3 is the unique launch strategy plan. So having something that is simple, easy, what steps we're taking, and things that work to your strengths. I'll talk about that in a moment. First step, marketing and messaging launch framework. Okay, so of course you want to get more people there, but you want to get the right people there so that they're already primed. So you need your content and your marketing and your messaging to have the framework, to have a framework for covering, to make sure that you're getting the right people and enough of them into your masterclass, your challenge, your email series, what your live series, or whichever way you're going for doing your launch, right? And so you need to make sure that that is covered. And that's where you need to have a framework that I'll teach you and that has all of these things ready and covered so you can take a whole bunch of the stress out, okay? You need to know that you're attracting people who agree with certain things that you stand for. For example, my people need to agree that stress-free launches are even possible. The people who think that, oh, launching just has to be stressful, I'm okay with the amount of stress that launches create for me, and that's okay, they're going to keep on going from my content, and that's okay. I'm not for them. I'm for people like yourself who are like, oh, I'm curious about this concept. I wouldn't mind having less stress and seeing what that looks like and how that could be for me and attempting to interpret that for you. You want to take that stress away by having your marketing and messaging and having a proven system that works that you can apply to what you're doing, right? And so making sure that you cover all of those things. So make sure you know you're putting out there what people need to agree to, what's in it for them, right? Something that people really miss a lot of the time, and the transformation that the launch will provide. Like, here's what you're going to learn by showing up for the launch, whether they're paying a little bit or coming for free. Those are sort of 3 foundations for the launch framework. And obviously, if we work together, then we get to teach you more, and maybe there'll be like a little online course on this coming soon. If you're interested, let me know on that. Step 2, the mindset and bravery. We need to be calming your nervous system. Launching is working outside of your comfort zone. Most of us get freaked out. The brain and the body freak out and they want to fight against the launch process. Okay. This is completely normal. What we do is we do meditations and visualizations every single day. You want to connect with the future success that you want to create, with how that feels. Even if you take nothing else from today's video, if you start doing that for at least 2 minutes a day, it will change everything. And you will see how that has a flow-on effect, okay? Tapping into visualizing how it looks, how it feels, and helping the brain and the body to feel like it's already happened so it doesn't have to keep fearing it and keep blocking you and keeping those subtle sabotages that can come in, like the not sending out replays quick enough or not promoting as much or sending as many posts and things like that. Maybe connecting with people personally, sending some personalized DMs. Those are the little sabotages that come in when you're listening to the nervous system of like, oh, this is hard. I should hold back. People are bored. They don't want to hear from you. Stop talking about it. Some of that sort of stuff. These whispers that aren't even true that come up when we're launching. The other part of the launch, the mindset and bravery side, the step 2, is journaling. And that is looking at those thoughts and the beliefs and challenging them and reframing them. Now, what we do is we come up with a plan before we even start the launch. So we have a plan and we can anticipate what is going to happen before, like those thoughts and feelings and fears and things like that. Anticipate those ahead of time and come up with a plan, like a thought plan, a reframing plan, so that you know when your brain whispers to you, hey, Tiff, they don't need to hear about this again. They don't care. Stop talking about this as much. You can say, hey, brain, it's okay. I believe in the possibilities. I believe it's possible that there is a new person out there who needs to hear this today. And you can reframe that, and you can see with the reframe, my shoulders go back, I'm ready to take action, and I'm connecting with my future successful self and like feeling that success already now. Meditations, visualization, and the journaling every single day. It helps like nothing else, right? There's also movement and things like that diet that you need to do and getting enough sleep, some of those essentials, eating right, all that. But the those 3 steps, the meditations, the visualization, the journaling, could be the things that will really move the needle. Step 3, the unique launch strategy plan. Okay, simple, easy, works to your strengths, and creating a test run, right? This is what we're going to cover in this part. Your launch strategy plan is like, okay, am I doing videos? Am I doing masterclasses? How many am I doing? Are they in a series? Is it one? Is it a challenge over a week? There's all of those kinds of things. Am I just doing an email series? Am I doing 30 days of emails? There's so many different ways that this can be done, and you get to choose what works for you, and you get to make it simple. Like I said before, I've done launches that have just been nothing but a date, time, and a Zoom link, and I may not have said that before in this recording. This is the second time I'm doing this one. Just realized. So I have done launches that were as simple as a date, time, and a Zoom link. And while I didn't have a big turnout, all of the people who came ended up working with me within the next 6 months, like 4 to 6 months. It doesn't have to be difficult. The launch plan doesn't have to look like the plans to the Star Wars Death Star. Okay. This can be simple. This can be easy. And we can find things that work to your strengths or work to bravery you want to take on. Like maybe the leap doesn't have to be as big, it can be a slightly smaller leap. The other thing I want to talk about is running a test run. Nothing takes the stress off like approaching your launch like a test run. In fact, with my clients over 4 months, we do like a test run at the 2 to 3 month mark, and then we repeat it again a month later. And that test run can be like different types of content, testing out the same messaging. So for example, before my masterclasses, a couple of weeks beforehand, I did a series of IG lives on the same content to see how it hit people, and also to help me work out the kinks in what I was saying and just give my brain evidence that I knew what I was talking about and could talk about these things. There's just different ways to do the test runs. That's one of the parts that I really love doing, because it often creates more money by showing up. You know how much stress it takes off by like, hey, we're just testing this out. It's okay. It doesn't have to get to a certain level in order. It doesn't have to be perfect in order to be successful. It's let's test this out. Those 3 steps is like having a marketing and messaging launch framework that takes the stress off about getting people there and what to write and when to sell and pre-sell and all that stuff. Mindset and bravery, like meditating and visualizing, connecting to that future self every single day, and journaling every single day, and having a plan ahead of time to anticipate some of those thoughts that are going to come up, so you have a reframe plan ahead of time so you can take more action. Step 3, your unique launch strategy plan. Finding ways to make it simple and easy and yet still super effective, make lots of money, and it works to your strengths, and finding ways to do test runs or even approaching your launches like a test run. It takes so much stress out. Like the minute you say test run, or at least for me, just takes all of this stress off, and it's like, oh, let's have fun with this. We're just testing things out. How much more fun is that? If you would like to know more about my approach to stress-free launching, or if you would like to come up with your own stress-free launch plan, book in for a free 60-minute strategy call so we can start looking at your unique situation and create a plan using these 3 steps that suits you. And you will have a plan to go away and start your stress-free launching. We can also talk about working together, but in a completely stress-free, no high-pressure sales environment. If nothing else, you will have a plan and some steps to move forward with in order to create your next stress-free launch. So book in for that 60-minute strategy call. There will be a booking link around this video somewhere. Thank you so much for joining me and for watching this video. I tried to keep it to 10 minutes. We got super close. If you're vibing with any of this, if this just has inspired you today, then please let me know how this has hit you and like what things you're going to do if you're jazzed up about this stuff, and book into the free 60-minute strategy call. Get your stress-free launch plan today. I'd love to talk to you more about this. All right. Thank you so much. That's it from me. Bye for now.